Hello,
Hey,
I'm Lawrence.
Deanna, this is Journey the Van, and you said you want to tour the van? Okay, cool, let's go. So when you first step inside of Journey the Van, you will come in contact with our 2-burner induction stove, our June oven, which is pretty cool, and our mini fridge. You'll also see this beautiful peel and stick tile backsplash that we got from Amazon. And we have an outlet, which is very helpful. So we have our cabinets. These are our food storage cabinets. You see we don't have very much right now, but that's okay. We have the important stuff like Nutter Butters and chocolate chunks. That's all you need, right? And also I'd like to say that our cabinets are on these gas struts, which allows them to stay up without anyone holding them. And we also have these latches here that allow it to close securely so that when we're driving, the cabinets don't open up. Let me move over a little bit and we have our drawers down at the bottom. This is my favorite drawer that Lawrence built for me. It opens like this and you can see we have our seasonings. We have our peanut butter. Most importantly, we have our wine glasses. And we have other things like oats, oil. Then we have some drawers here, which you keep our utensils, soap, and things of that nature. All of our drawers are on the push to open drawer slides. So again, it helps keep the drawers closed while we're driving. Gotta push it like that and it stays closed, which is very convenient. And we have our sink here. This is considered a bar sink. We wanted a smaller size because we're in a van, not in a full house. So we have our sink here and it can do those different functions. We have our under sink storage with our tiny little trash can. This actually helps us to not make as much trash because we don't have a lot of places to put trash. We also keep our fire extinguisher under here, which is very important. We have our water heater down here. So if we want hot water, we just turn this knob, heats up our water for us. And this is our water pump switch.
So this is our overhead storage space. So typically here we just put our window covers. Since there's not a lot of space in here, but it's perfect for the window covers to get them out of the way during the day when we're not really using them. And here we have our swivel seat. So typically during the day, if you want more seating area, we'll just swing this around. And yeah, I can sit here on my laptop and just do some work. Right now we don't really have a table just yet, but that's in a future iteration of the van. We'll probably add some kind of table that we can pull out and use on one of those lagoon mounts or something.
So now we're gonna show you our bathroom setup. Pretty simple. We have a shower, which we hook up at the top of the ceiling. We also have a composting toilet. So you can see this is the inside of our shower, what it looks like, how we have it hooked to the ceiling. This is our van bed. It's a queen size, very comfy because you know we're both really tall. You can see our kitchen sink and our kitchen. And when we don't use our bed, we usually push it in. And then we can have our 2 bench seats with storage underneath.
house all of our electrical components. So right here we have our ladder, which we use to get up to the roof of the van. So on the roof of the van, we actually have 2 solar panels. Each of them are 200-watt solar panels. And in the back here, we have a couple things going on. So this is our 3000-watt inverter. This allows us to convert our DC current over to AC to run everything from our outlets to our induction cooktop to our electrical June oven. And over here, I built this box which houses all of our fuse. This is our distribution panel. So we have all of our main breakers for our 110 outlets. And then this over here are all of our fuses for our 12-volt appliances. And we have everything labeled, so if anything were to go wrong, we'll be able to come here and change out the fuses as needed. So this box right here in the back, this houses our 2 300 amp hour batteries. So in total, we have 600 amp hours of batteries. The reason why I built this box is because the type of batteries we have, they don't have internal heaters. So this was my kind of like hack to ensure that we'll be able to charge these batteries in cold climates. So I built this insulated box, which has a little heater at the bottom. So once it gets below a certain temperature, the heater kicks on and it heats up the batteries. Because with these lithium batteries, you need to charge them at a certain temperature. So that pretty much covers that up. So here we have a couple things. We have our solar charge controller, which just converts the stuff that we're getting from the solar panels to something that we can use to charge our batteries. DC to DC charger, which allows us to charge our batteries from the alternator as we're driving. So there's 3 different ways that we can charge our batteries. One is with the solar panels. The second method is through our alternator as we're driving. And our third method is actually to plug in when we're at a campground using shore power. So we actually have an outlet on the side of the van, which allows us to plug in. Okay, so on the right side of the van, we wanted to house all of our plumbing related stuff. So on the side right here, we have a 42-gallon tank, which is pretty much a lot for us, but we typically keep it at halfway.
And we bathe every day.
Yeah. So if we're going for a long trip, we will fill up, but ideally we want to, keep it low because the more weight you have, the less mileage you'll get while you're driving. So if we're going to be somewhere for a very long time, we'll fill up all the way. And then over here we have our water heater. So this supplies all the hot water throughout the van, and it's housed over on this side right here. There we have a filter that we bought on Amazon. So this allows us to pretty much hook up to anywhere and get semi-decent clean water into the tank. Cleanish water to the tank. We don't really drink it. We don't have a water filter just yet, but in the future we'll probably add one underneath the sink. And then this tank right here is actually our diesel. So we opted to install a diesel heater, a Chinese diesel heater. And this is, since our van is gas, we weren't really able to use it without having some external source of diesel. So this is where we house it. We keep the diesel here and it gets siphoned underneath the van through the floor and up to the diesel heater, which is up front. We have our pump, which is a little loud when you kick it on, but it's not on that long. We have our accumulation tank, and then these are all of the what's it called? We used shark bite fittings to do all of our plumbing, and just PEX pipes. So everything goes where it needs to go. I try to keep it neat and organized. Everything has valves, so if there's a leak somewhere, we can isolate that area and fix it. So this is our freshwater tank fill hole. So I found this cool connector, I guess it's called Anchor. So we have this pipe that pretty much will thread onto this right here, and it's on there pretty tight. It has a valve, so when we're filling up, we can shut it off here and it won't overflow. But to drain our tank, I added this section right here with this valve. So all we have to do is just open up the valve, and this will drain out to the bottom of the van. But yeah, we probably won't have to do this unless we're trying to empty out the tank. And
good for washing off your feet.
Yeah, good for washing off your feet as well. If we are filling up the tank and it overflows, this will actually go up and through this valve. It wraps around up top and it comes out the same area. So as we're filling up the tank, we don't really have to worry about it overflowing and getting the van wet. So that pretty much covers up our electrical and our water setup. We didn't really want to go too deep into it, but if you guys are interested in a more deep dive video pertaining to our electrical or our water, just let us know in the comments and we'll make a separate video for that.
Hey, it's pretty cold out here now, so Lawrence, Journey, and I would like to say thanks for watching this tour. And if you like this video, make sure you
like
and
comment
and
subscribe,
and don't forget
to put on those push notifications so that way you get notified each time I put out a new video.
And as always, thanks for doing life with us. Peace.